What is up, everybody? This is John with Archer Fish. This is day 2 in a row here. I actually went down to Lake Paris yesterday, and I should have did my research because they don't have boat rentals right now. I guess they're renovating the marina because of COVID and all that stuff, so there's no boat rentals. So I drove all the way down there for nothing because shore fishing down there is a waste of time. It's all the fish are on the other side of the lake that you can't get to. It's very, very shallow, cold, very rocky on one. It just, no, I didn't even see a single bass in the time I was there. I only stuck around for about an hour or two just to try to make it worth my time. But yeah, it was very frustrating. And all the other lakes down there that I could have sort of jumped over to, they're like an hour away, Hodges and things, are not open on Mondays. So yeah, basically wasted a trip, but I decided because of that I was gonna come back out here to Lake Cachuma, which is could be my favorite lake. It is just, it's a gorgeous ride. It's not too far from my house. It's a beautiful lake, and it is a consistent producer for me. I don't think I've ever been skunked here. It is just amazing, and it is going off year round, it seems. It's like from now, I mean, it was even going off, you know, a month ago, but now that it's the spawn, it's gonna be busy from now until October, November. I mean, it's just an amazing lake. So anyway, I'm gonna go get to try a couple spots right now. So I'll see you in a minute. Oh, a little jerkbait fish. Tiny. Got one on the jerkbait. Smallie. Thank you. All right. What happened to my rod here? Sorry, pal. That's cool. Little jerkbait fish. There's one. Got him. I think he came back for it. That was cool. All right. Now I know it's little, but this is my first spinnerbait fish. Thanks, buddy. I feel like I can catch them on anything today. The mix of the spawn, the aggressive males, and this overcast sky. The water's warmer. We had a nice, it was kind of cool today and yesterday, but it was nice and warm last week. The water's a little dirty in this bay. The wind's been blowing in. I feel like there's bait and fish chasing bait back here. But yeah, I've already caught them on lots on the jerkbait. I feel like I could just keep catching on the jerkbait as long as it's overcast. But I want to try to catch them on different things today. So just caught one on the spinnerbait. My first California spinnerbait bass, which is very cool, I think. Yeah, I think it is. All right. Little guy. Again, little males. Thanks, pal. So we can see I'm casting downwind here. Kind of makes it easier for me. I feel like the fish are probably pointing upwind or up current. Look at that, right at the boat. I don't know if you, I don't know if you saw that, but he came up and ate it right at the boat. There's one. The same size, nothing too impressive. Thanks, pal. Good. If I should throw something else right here off of this point, see if there's a big spawning female, like a jig or something. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. God, took it. Oh, that was nice. Oh. A little bit bigger off this point. I got you, buddy. Alright. Biggest one of the day, not very big, but looks like a spawner. See the tail there? Alright. So I'm hitting this same point with a jig, trying to see if maybe there's a big female bedding around here. I'm sure I've scared her off by now, floating over it a million times. Not what I'm looking for, pal, but thank you. The better one. Beautiful. Oh, there's one. Good one. Good fish. Look at that. Finally a decent sized fish. Jerkbait. Alright. And a little fish. Not ready for that. Smaller off a deeper, windier point. I am going to go through exactly what I'm using today too, and I'll put a link down in the description so you can buy them. It's an affiliate link. I get a couple pennies. So anyway, for the jigs, which I've already been catching fish on, I'm using this right now. I'm using a couple different jigs. This is a football jig. I think it might be a Strike King. I got a couple of Googan jigs. I like to use 3/8 of an ounce, and I like to use a little green pumpkin, something natural with a little red in it. So that's what I've been using for the jigs. And for a trailer, I'm putting on the smaller of the Crackin Craw Googan Baits. That's my trailer. All right, not too bad. Don't horse them, as Juan would tell me. Cast to the far side of this point here, as you can see right there. And it's a baby. God, they're fired up because the water's warm. It's not in there too far. On the outside of the gill plate. Just grab the shank, twist it, boom. A little bigger. Alright, so since somebody asks me every single video, I'm going to tell you how I rig up my Senko. Actually, this is not a Senko. This is the SV Concept by Daiwa. It's a Yamamoto Daiwa Neko Fat Worm. I really like these. Just got this extra bit of tail here. Just kind of gives it a good shimmy. This and the Senko work equally as well. I don't know, I just like to switch it up once in a while, but this is the color I like. And I wacky rig it, as you can see. I put the little O-ring on there. This is a size 4 owner hook. Sometimes I use the 1 or 2 Gamakatsu Finesse Wide Gap. Just kind of depends if I need a little extra weight for throwing. And that is it. Improved clinch knot, and that's how I do that. Good fish on the crank, or at least on the jerk. At least it feels like one. Not bad, not bad. Not a bad fish. Another one off this shallow flat here. Amazing. So here is the jerkbait that I've been using today and a lot of days, and it's just been gangbusters. This is the Lucky Craft Pointer 97 MR. It's just kind of a little sleeker than the other one. Natural looking. Ghost Minnow, I think, is the name of it. It is just, ever since my man Bass Raider let me borrow one at the lagoon, it's just been lights out for me with these. So this is what I typically get, and it has been fantastic. This thing is just ridiculous. Caught all my jig fish on there, including that 6-pounder at the lagoon on that video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a little card on there, so check that out. But yeah, this thing, overcast, little chop on the water because of the wind, and this thing works. Alright. Little dude. Ridiculous. A little bit nicer, I think. First fish I lost on the jerkbait. That's shocking. Pretty colors. Still small, but awesome. Pulled them right off this tree here. And it feels good. Never know. God. It's just a strong little dude. This is what I was saying in that last video. One of the videos is these. Let's see. Oh, good fish. Good fish. Better fish, better fish. So that's what I was saying in that last video. This is a spawning female. You can tell by the tail's messed up. She's very chunky. Show you what I'm talking about. See these dark spots under the water? If you can't see them, those are trees. That is where your fish are going to be right now. I think I just got one. Anyway, each of them is holding a bass in the springtime. Just these bushes right here. You can see the dark spots way over there. There's another one out there. And so you want to target those, but be ready to pull that fish out of those trees. I've got 8-pound test on here. This rod's got a good backbone. Sometimes a little too much, it feels like. But yeah. Let's see if I can pull one out of here. Keep a close eye. There's one. Told you. Keep a close eye on your line. And look at this. Every cast, if you're by these trees, like I've said before, they're all holding fish right this time of year. It is just awesome. Thanks, buddy. Whew. A decent sized smallmouth pulling the boat. So this whole area is just loaded with fish. I just kind of blind casted this. I wasn't casting to a tree or anything. And this little dude, I gotcha. This little dude just snagged it. Thank you. Well, I challenged myself to something else. I don't know if it's catching me bigger fish, about the same size. It's cool though. Wow. That was a good smallmouth. I've lost so many smallmouth on cranks and jerkbaits. It is crazy, way more than largemouth. Here's a couple of tips when you're doing this, targeting these trees where the spawning fish, and like every tree has a fish, is make sure you got strong enough line, strong enough rod and reel. Keep an eye on your line. As soon as you get the Senko or whatever you're throwing hits the water, keep a close eye on it and get ready to pull that fish out of there, because you'll get wrapped around those trees very quickly, which I just did. Alright, girl, get you back in. I don't think it's that big. I think it's stuck on a tree. Not bad enough. Oh, good fish, good fish. This is a net fish. Oh, this could be her. All right. What a gorgeous fish. Sorry, pal. Not what I was looking for. All right. So if you're having trouble catching fish right now, tuck into a little cove like this. I'm throwing a Senko, I'm throwing a roboworm. And it is just ridiculous. Lots of little males, but a couple of decent ones. They're all about this size, unfortunately. God, this point is just ridiculous. That feels good. I just kind of kept on with this point, but I am being pulled. I mean, the wind is blowing here. Where I pulled that other one off of, you know, these points are stacked. I just like to get a good one. Too bad. Beauty. Got him off this wall here, and a tree over there. You can see it sticking up. Hoping it might be a bigger one, but all about the same. It might be a smallie since it's up against this wall here. All about the same size. Thanks, bud. All right, buddy. Might be the last one. A little chunkier, I guess. Thanks, pal.